Good morning. It's a beautiful day again. I just got back from a nice walk. I really enjoy it when I get up in the morning and almost immediately go for a walk. It's delightful to see the sun coming in and making the day. And you see how the different yards are growing differently, flowers are coming on, then going off in a constantly changing panorama. You'd think that cities are the same constantly. They're not, even if there aren't flowers or plants. They change every day with the sunlight, with the people who are around. And then that is just one of the joys. Um, anyway, night is a strange thing. It's over now. Some nights I don't sleep. I'm late middle-aged, afflicted with a bit of insomnia. I don't complain about it much because my father had it, and he would often wake up very upset in the morning or get up very upset because he hadn't slept at night. So when I don't sleep, I just take it in stride. I try to use my nights well to write, to think, to read, as the case may be. But sleep is really an amazing thing, whether it's deep sleep or light sleep. That play of images that goes through your head as your body relaxes, as it works through its cares, its preoccupations, its worries. It's really an important thing. Sometimes we eat something that unsettles us, or we have a discussion, an argument with someone we care about that unsettles us, or the news might unsettle us, or arguments we might have with people on Facebook or wherever, true confession there, might unsettle us. And in there is a real play of images as our mind, when it relaxes, works itself out. But I'm not sure that surreal nighttime thing, and by the way, the surrealists really did look to dreams, to that play of images at night as a way of building their poetry. Excuse me. Springtime hay fever. I apologize for sneezing in your ears. The surrealists really did look to the dreams at night as they build their poetry to try to capture and rework the bounds of a poetry that was overwhelmed by rationality. That is to say, by well-ordered sentences. Now, we live in a day where politics run against well-ordered sentences. In the United States, we have a president who can't seem to put words together, certainly not as well as the last president. And there are people who just adore him for his broken prose. Well-ordered sentences seem to be the space of experts, educated people, people who are, like me, I suppose, who provoke fear in other people because of their knowledge or their ability to say what's what. It seems very threatening. So I want to rethink, and also we have Derrida, of course, the great philosopher who challenged that simple connection of words to meanings. I want to think, though, that even our day-to-day life is really surreal, as images just come and go, almost unpredictably. Sure, there's a physics behind them, some way of explaining them, but when you're living the moment, it's hard to see how they appear, how they come and go. Whether it's the sunlight playing, picking up one item, one object, like right now, it's illuminating the suckers that are growing at the base of the flowering pear. Okay, they need to be cut off, but they're being exalted in my eyesight, in my landscape. It's also kissing the tip of an elderberry bush while the rest of the bush remains in shadows. So that one piece jumps out. And so I would argue that there's something very real about surrealism and what appears to be an almost chaotic rendering of images in our life. So here's a poem that draws on that tradition. Now I would argue, just be patient, let the poem go. Don't try to hold on to every piece of it and find meaning. Let it go and let it be suggestive to you. And there's a good theological reason there that we can argue. The poem has a theological title. It's called Erue, Libera nos. That's Latin for save me, free us. Latin. Lots to talk about there, I won't though. Erue, libera nos. Scraps of words curl in the night, a soup of curried thoughts, paired blueberry prose, swirling in pancakes. But are they savory or sweet or curdled shreds of others' receipts? Receipts of others before dawn. Blue night waiting and spinning spiral stars rising and falling. A drunken swoon broken in splashes. Chill, morn calling sobriety. Magnetic strips contain the light of day, the rigor of noon, the accounts of closing. And we, strips of serpentine ripped from darkening rolls, royal until night in its wisdom stills all. Thank you. And all I can say is make the prayer for all of us. Erue nos, libera nos. May we be saved and may we have freedom and salvation and overall joy as we hold on to the beauty of the days. No longer does the sun kiss the suckers at the base of the pear tree. It's now gracing the scattered grass that approaches the tree. Thank you all. Take care, and we'll see you tomorrow.